It's Dawn, Red Barn Craft Stuff, and I am back with my handmade sketchbook. And I had an idea when I was painting this piece over here. I commented at one point that it felt like a quilt to me, which then launched an idea of making a quilt square, which I then went and traced out. These are 1.5-inch squares. And yes, I had to mark them with the color so I'd know what color to do what. And I thought I would just make a real simple heart quilt square. Yeah, sounds weird to say. But I was about to erase some of these pencil lines, but I wanted to show you the grid before I did. I say erase, knock them back, just so that I can, and I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to finish around the square, because you know, these are supposed to be white, and here and here and here and here. There's a lot of white in quilt making, so I haven't decided if I'm going to make them gray or if I'm going to go like a little sky blue or what just yet. But this might become a series, a quilt series, like, you know, next month do a shamrock, and you know, who knows. All right, so let me get my, I'm going to break down and get my kneaded eraser so I don't have schmutz everywhere, and knock these back a little bit so I can paint this guy. Okay, I think I'm going to start with my red. And candidly, I probably should have thought about the red a little bit better, but I'm going to have a couple. I've got this red sitting here getting soft, and then maybe I'll pull this red over, and then I got a little bit of red, mystery red here. But there's a big couple gloppy piece, ooh, hello, on the side, and some other stuff, so might as well use it up, because, I mean, it's just going to be a little space. I don't have to replicate it. But, I think I'll start with the red, right? Or do I want to start with the teal so that it has time to... Yeah, maybe I'll start with the teal. That's probably smarter. And let's grab some cobalt teal, I think, is down here. Let's mix these guys up a little bit, get them activated. And I kind of want to go pale. I don't want to be too vivid on this, but that's always my famous last words, and then I don't always live up to that. Mentioned in my previous video that my mom was an avid quilter. She was really good too. You know how you have those people out there that take up a hobby and they just become very exceptional at it. That was my mom with quilting. She made a bunch of them. And I've been thinking about for a while now of doing some sort of quilt study. And this idea came to me when I was painting that other piece that reminded me of a quilt. And I thought, well, this could be a fun study. I might do others. I was thinking before that I would do a quilt study with paper, and I still might. Because what I might end up doing is do a quilt study with paper that matches or emulates, or, you know, whatever, mirrors, that's the word I was looking for, that mirrors this one. So how fun would it be to have maybe a book, even maybe another small sketchbook, and do this piece again, and then on the opposing page, the opening page, have the paper version of it. And then, I know, crazy, what if I did a fabric square version and made it a tip-in. What a cool idea. Okay, well, we're just gonna, I'm not gonna get carried away. Of course we are. It wouldn't be me if I didn't get a little carried away with an idea. Because if I'm making my own journal, I could make it be whatever, right? I could just put a piece of muslin in between the pages and then attach the quilt square later. What a neat idea. Oh my gosh. I may have to start working on that. Like right away. That idea, I mean. This color, I believe, is Cobalt Teal from Daniel Smith. Pretty sure it is. And it's granulating, as you can see, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I might just go around the horn and do all the teals. That might be the thing to do. Yep, that's dirty water I'm using and don't care. Okay. Because there's so many journals out there now that have, I mean, people are making journals right and left and junk journals and it's a thing, and I absolutely love some of the journals that are being made out there. I've been thinking about, all I've ever done is make watercolor journals, or I'll call them mixed media journals, because really you can do anything in these, because it's not using precious watercolor paper, it's just using Strathmore. But what a neat idea to make a journal with some fabric in it. But I'm just sitting here thinking out loud that square is going to be so heavy. If I use muslin, I might have to use canvas. Like maybe some unbleached canvas, or not unbleached canvas, unstarched, unsized. What is that word that I can't grab for right now? I don't know. It's avoiding me, evading me, eluding me. Where it's kind of like a drop cloth material, so it's not that starchy canvas. I don't know though. Maybe the starchy canvas would be good. Stay tuned. This idea is still percolating, obviously. But then every month I could make a watercolor, a paper, and a fabric. Obviously, February be hearts. March, not Irish, but would shamrock be appropriate? It would be cute. What else could I do for March? I don't know. April could be like a tulip. May, what would May be? Just want to do one square. Don't want to make a whole quilt. I don't think. But it'd be a study, like a sampler. Don't you remember those? Could be fun. Sampler. And all three. because my mom was fabric and I am watercolor and paper. I love both equally. Watercolor and paper, that is. I'm a bit of a collage artist too, so you could collage parts of it, of the quilt. I don't know, just thinking about it, stumbled upon this idea and now it's kind of growing. But that's what sketchbooks are for, I think, is to help you kind of explore ideas. So for the time being, I'm just gonna and I could do like enough pages to do a whole year and then just skip them, you know, and just get started wherever I get started. So if I start, you know, in April, start with tulips, just saying, and then by the time I circle back around to February of next year, I'll just do the heart. Make it a year-long project, but then make the videos of each of the 3 disciplines as I do them. Have you follow along. And I am not a seamstress, so lower your expectations. I can sew, I'm just not great at it. And as long as it's not too big of a project, I enjoy it. The big projects intimidate the hooey out of me, though. Alright, that's a little brighter than I want it for the tea. Since I'm here, I'm just going to erase it. Trying to get a fairly even coverage for each of these little triangles. I'm not doing so great a job here. I have too much water. Water control is my #1 challenge. I'm probably going to let this color dry before I attempt the red, because I'm afraid if I get real close to where those corners meet, I'm going to buy myself a whole lot of trouble. And I normally don't mind the blooming when it goes from one into the next. But for this particular exercise, I really am trying to keep it separated, keep it pristine-ish. I love turquoise and red together. I think they make a very striking contrast. Even though technically they're not across from each other on the color wheel. I know, turquoise is from green, but they aren't technically complementary colors. I meant to erase that T and I didn't, so I'm going to erase this one now while I'm thinking of it. Because it's too late now. Could also do an acrylic version, I suppose. I like acrylics too. Oh, that's a neat idea. I could do an acrylic version and do some pen work over top. Now I'm up to 4 pages. That's a little harder. Unless I made the canvas I could do the acrylic on the other side of the canvas, maybe. I don't know. Alright, one more turquoise. And then we need to let this bad boy dry. Okay, almost there. I like my color choice. It wasn't hard. It's all turquoise. Found, I just jumped on Pinterest and looked for quilt blocks that I thought would be easy to draw and replicate. Of course, it's the time of this time of the year. Everybody's got Valentine's algorithm overload, so there we are, and I think we're there. That looks pretty good, and we'll come back and fill in the red. We might leave the rest just white. I might just not even, and then just a little pen work. Just use like a little gray fine liner. I have a graphics gray fine liner. Anyway, all right, let's let this dry and we'll come back. Time to do the red. Time to paint the roses red. Or in this case, the hearts. Heart, singular. I am getting right up to that edge too, man. I'm walking on the wild side, but because it's dry, I'm hopeful / stroke confident that nothing will bleed where it shouldn't. It'll stay in its lane. Here's to hoping. Yeah, I was holding my breath. Oh, that went over. I was about to say I was holding my breath just now to make sure I didn't. Oh well. Whoopsie. I was holding my breath too. It didn't work. Oh well. It's part of the charm, right? Right. Right. That's what I keep telling myself. It's part of the charm. It was meant to be this way. Alright, we're not holding our breath here. We're ever so slowly scooching into that corner. And then coming up that side. Whoop, to halfway up. Red next to turquoise, teal. Bold move. Hopefully it'll look good when we're done. I still haven't quite decided how I'm doing the non colored areas, the white, if you will, of the quilt. That's a decision I need to make here pretty shortly because I am running out of red to do and all the turquoise is done. Right? Okay. Let's turn her around again. Let's pull it here. Boom. Okay. And then one more time. And our red section, trying to keep it. Ooh, fuzzy. Oh. No fuzzies in the paint. Okay, I got the fuzzy out. Thank goodness. Sorry, I had to do that off screen a little bit, but I'm trying to keep the water, sorry, the pigment, trying to keep the heart wet while I finish this. And this is not amazing paper, so I get it. It's not going to stay as wet as long. Okay. Come on. I may have to come back and give it this heart a second coat. And I think I just blurbed that little piece there too. Oh well. You know what? That is part of it. That is part of it. I'm going to turn this back around. I almost want to do the turquoise in another layer. Glaze it. But I think what I need to do is let the red dry. That turquoise is kind of saying, do me some more. Or then again, maybe there's some charm in leaving it kind of half there, half not there. Well, we're going to let the red dry, and then we're going to come back and I think I'm going to have to do that red again. I really feel like I am. All right, let's see. I'm debating doing another layer, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to take a bit of, you know, I think this is the Piedmont Genuine. I'm probably saying that wrong. Let's see. What do we got here? No, Piemon, Piemontite Genuine. I'm going to take just a tad of that. I'm going to water it way the heck down. And I'm going to do just a real rough, not rough, but loose, she says, as she gets close to this line. Oop, it helps if I'd be on camera. Just kind of a border. I just want to kind of rough it in. I don't want anything super, just kind of just a really loosey-goosey wash here. Just to kind of frame it out a bit. It seems like the right thing to do. And then what I might do is just do a little ink around it, just to outline the area. But I don't want to make a big border or anything. I think I just want to keep it light. Ooh, a little dark. Keep the edges real rough. Yep, and then I think I almost want like a gray graphite color. You know, I've got all my got my microns. I got a bunch of those microns, and I've got some in colors here, and like this one is, what is this guy? Does it even say? Well, one way to find out, right? Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. Just a little bit of, I think maybe I want a ruler, just to kind of keep me honest with my lines. Just to give a hint of, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but just paper. I think I just did that wrong. I did. Okay, well, now I'm mad. Okay, that's a little better. It almost looks like a little bit of pencil, you know. Maybe I'll just freehand this instead of trying to draw. That's not dry yet, and I'm sticking my hand in it. I'm impatient. Could get the hairdryer out, but okay, maybe I will. Let me dry this real quick. All right, it's not totally dry, but it's a little better. Now let's try not to be in such a rush. Here, let's line this up. All right, that was better. I don't know. Oh, this one. I think maybe that might do it. So this little quilt sesh maybe has come to an end, and we'll try it again. Thanks for stopping by.